Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Anna in the art room. Wanted to show you how to make the beautiful butterflies that we've been doing in class at home in case you were absent or you just want to keep trying it. So I have a big sheet of paper here. You can use any sheet of paper, any size. You just need to make sure that it's folded in half into equal parts. I have a really big piece here. And this is going to be my line of symmetry. So I'm only going to be making marks on this side of my paper. On this side, I will use to make impressions or imprints of the paint that I make on this side so that my piece will be symmetrical. And as we learned in class, that means that it will be the same on both sides. So I'm going to use a big fat brush to make big fat marks for the outline of my butterfly wings. And then I'll use a small brush to make small details for my butterfly wings. The first thing I want to do is make a mark that goes from about the middle of my page to the top corner. Over and gently press down the mark that I made. And it should make an imprint so that I have both sides now looking like that. It reminds me of a bird on a horizon. Next, I'm going to make a mark that goes from about the middle of my page down to the bottom corner. About this is it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just making big strokes. Now I have something that kind of looks like a grumpy face, maybe the start of a jack-o'-lantern. Now I will connect this part of the wing to this part. Can use a squiggly line here if I want. It's going to be the edge of the wings. Wow, starting to look more like a butterfly. I still need to close this wing shape though. I'm going to kind of practice with my finger how I think what it might look nice. I like having a teardrop shape down here for the bottom of the wing. So maybe I'll make my mark something like that. Now I have something that's really looking like a butterfly, and I can get to the part that I think is the most fun, which is adding the details. So I'm going to switch now to my smaller brush, because now I want to make smaller, more detailed lines. So maybe I want to add some veins to the wings of my butterfly. Whatever I do to this side is going to be also pressed into the other side of my painting to make something that is symmetrical. Fun to color in when I add color in the next class. Maybe I'd like to add some polka dots at the bottom here. I used my fat brush for that. Maybe I want to add some details around those. Doesn't have to be perfect. Pressing on the other side. Wow, so cool. Kind of reminds me of peacocks. Maybe I'd like to add one more little finishing touch, maybe a little pair of antennas, and maybe a little line to suggest a body here. My paper is starting to get a little bit wet, and we all know that when paper is wet, it tears. So I don't think I'm going to add anything more to this. I'm going to just go ahead and let it dry, and I'll show you the next step in the next video. Thanks, everybody. Make something beautiful.